What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sideline Sports. We're here talking Niner football, but before that, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Come on in. We're talking Niner football. Guys, we got Mark Willard from Willard and Dibs from 95.7 The Game here Wednesday, 11 o'clock. You'll be able to watch that podcast. It's going to be awesome having a conversation with Willard about the Warriors and where they're going to be going in the offseason, what free agency looks like, what this team might look like next year. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, guys? But until then, let's talk Niner football. Everybody, I hope you're having a great Memorial Day. I have a deep respect for the military in this country and the people who serve, who mostly want to just do good, to be honest, regardless of the situations we're in. So I want to say I appreciate everybody out there for the service that they provide for America, and I want to respect everybody who has lost their lives protecting it. I have a deep respect for these people, and I think it's the ultimate, sacrifice or the ultimate calling to go ahead and protect your nation and keep people safe and keep people in the custom to the way of life that they're living. So thank you very much for all that, everybody. And okay, let's get on to 49ers. There's a couple of spots I want to talk about. Of course, we know Brock Purdy signed, done deal. I like the contract. I think it's fair. The guy went from Mr. Irrelevant to getting paid the most, basically one of the most. I don't know if he's the highest paid. Did he set the market? Doesn't matter. Between $50 and $52 million a year. I said it in the last podcast. But bottom line, guy's getting paid. It's not exactly team friendly, but I don't blame him. I mean, he literally went out there and had an amazing go the first few years of his career, going from basically having almost no shot of starting in the NFL anywhere to getting a contract like this. So he needed to get paid. I get it. Is there room for the Niners to go out and add some players to this team to boost the roster, not only on the defensive side, but on the offensive side? So there's a lot of rumors that I've been hearing. Let's start with wide receiver core, okay? There's about 4 or 5 wide receivers out there that are free agents. A couple of them that I would love to see the Niners get, and one name in particular that I've been hearing that I like. I think there's an opportunity out there to make an impact on this team for this guy. So let's go through it. T. Higgins is out there. He's from Cincinnati. We all know that. He's pretty good. I don't know that I want to go after him. 1, he might demand a little bit more money. And 2, I'm not convinced he can be a guy that can step up and be consistent. Chris Goodwin is one that I really like out of Tampa Bay. I think the Niners could go and grab this guy also. Not a huge impact player, but somebody who is consistent. I do like Goodwin. DeAndre Hopkins, I love the name. He's going to want a lot of money, and I think he's kind of past his prime now. So I don't know that going and getting Hopkins is the best idea in the world, unless you get him at a discount. Mike Evans, who is supposed to hit free agency, I don't think he's going to make it at Tampa. I'm pretty sure they're going to sign him. And even if they don't, I don't think the Niners have the money for Mike Evans. I just don't think they can do that one. So the name that I'm looking at, and everybody else is kind of mentioning too, is Keenan Allen. I like Keenan Allen. He's consistent. He's got explosive ability. He runs his routes very, very well. He's a free agent, and he can come in, and I think he can make an impact on this team this year. So I think going with Keenan Allen is not a bad way to go ahead and start your season off by grabbing somebody, somebody to upgrade the wide receiver core. Guys, the wide receiver core is not strong right now. It is thin. Well, strong, but thin. Anybody gets hurt, and this is going to be a situation where things can turn ugly really quick. Adding Keenan Allen is a great opportunity to strengthen your wide receiver core. I love it. You got Parcell, okay? You got Keenan Allen out there. That's not bad. And you got Jennings out there, who is, in my opinion, very close to what you would call a number 1 wide receiver. Hell, last year I'd say he was performing exactly like a number 1 wide receiver. Guy was awesome. I don't see any reason why, if you go and get Keenan Allen with Parcell and Jennings out there, that you wouldn't call that a pretty solid core. We need more. But let's take a look at his numbers last year. He had 75 receptions. He had over 900 yards. Respectable. 6 touchdowns. Respectable. I like it. It's okay. It's middle of the road. Not bad. He played in 14 games. So out of the 14 games, he had 6 touchdowns. So maybe 1 in each game. Not exactly, but 1 every other game. Sorry. Ish. ish, maybe 1 every 3 games. That's all you really need for a guy like him for the Niners, though, guys. To be honest, you just need a guy to come out there that solidifies the wide receiver core. We're not looking for a number 1 guy, although it'd be nice to have that. If we don't have that, it'd be a nice addition to get there with Keenan Allen. I like that. So I'd say at the wide receiver core, going out and getting Keenan Allen is a great, great opportunity. There's other wide receivers out there that I like. Again, T. Higgins and DeAndre Hopkins are going to be guys who are either past their prime or want too much money. And Mike Evans, I mean, he's kind of still in his prime. He's a very, very good wide receiver and going to want more money than I think the Niners could offer him if he hits free agency, which I'm not even sure he will hit free agency. Not really sure. Anyway, wide receiver core, I would love to see get bumped up a little bit, get a little boost, okay? That takes me on to the next point. Offensive linemen. I can't hammer away enough at this, guys. I can't. I can't stop talking about it every Niner podcast. They need offensive line to protect this quarterback. They just paid a massive amount of money to, guys. You need to protect him. There's a few names out there that I would love to see the Niners go and at least give a shot to. I'm looking at people like, Drew Dahlman is really good. He's from Atlanta, 78.8 offensive grade. He had 1.3 blown block rate, which is almost nothing. It's great. I would like to see him. Ronnie Staley is another guy who is out there that has a 70.7 offensive grade, 37th among tackles, 3.3 blown block rate. Don't like that too much, but overall, 14 penalties in 2024, kind of a lot. I don't know that I like that many. Maybe not too. I don't know. 14. I'd like them to have a little less, but still, Ronnie Staley, Drew Dahlman, both really good ideas for boosting that offensive line. Okay. Cam Robinson's a good idea too. I like him, but his offensive grade is only 63.2. It's He's 53 among tackles, which is not fantastic either. 4.4% blown block rate. That's why I don't think I would go with him. But Drew Dahlman or Ronnie Staley are two guys that I would definitely try and take a look at signing, one of the two, if it's possible. See, the Niners are in a good spot here, guys. They got their quarterback done. They got all the players that they wanted to get signed, and released everybody that they need to release as far as the dead weight. Some people didn't like some of that, but at the end of the day, you got rid of Debo because he was just declining, guys. I'm sorry, he just was. If he comes out and has a good showing for the Commanders, fine. I wish him all the best, but I feel like he dropped off a little bit, and I think that was going to continue to happen. I think you'll see that continue to happen with the Commanders. So that being said, and other guys, Greenlaw was hurt all the time. So guys, we got rid of players that were either hurt too much or were just kind of dead weight. I hate to say it like that, but they were. So we need to now that we got a good rookie class, we got a lot of good second-year players coming back. We're going to look at training camp and see what's going on there, who's advancing and taking that next step forward since last year, who as a rookie is going to stand out and do something. We got the number 11 overall pick with a defensive tackle who's going to be probably an amazing player. I don't know about next year, but he's going to be pretty good. So guys, we have a lot of reason to be optimistic. This team is not in rebuild. Remember, everybody out there that wants to say this team's in rebuild, it's not in rebuild. We've got a lot of explosive players. Nobody is mentioning Christian McCaffrey's name yet. Not many people are talking about Kittle, even though he signed a contract. He's here. Two outstanding, amazing Pro Bowl players on the offense. You got Jennings, who was an amazing wide receiver. Purcell had a great end to last year, and I can't wait to see him take that next step this year. It'll be a massive disappointment if he doesn't. If he does not take a next step and become a better wide receiver than he was last year, considering the injuries and being shot and everything that goes along with just having the worst possible outcome for a year that you could. He battled through that, came back, and ended on a really, really good note. I can't wait to see what he does. We got Isaac Guerrero, who is just a beast. I can't wait to see this guy if he stays healthy. If he stays healthy, he is he's a chess piece, guys. He's a piece you can put in a lot of different places. He's a queen on the chessboard. You can put him in the special teams and run back, run kickoffs. You can put him at the running back position. That's where he's best known. He might even be able to play a little tight end. I don't know, guys. That guy, Isaac Guerrero, we're gonna be talking about him this next year. I promise you, we will be talking about him. Brock Purdy is gonna get ready to have another breakout year with any luck. Last year wasn't great, but it's like driving a car with one wheel missing. Kind of difficult. And last year, I'd say 2 wheels were missing. We had everybody hurt. Everybody was hurt, guys. So let's just take a look at what we got. We're in a good position to do something great this year. This team, I'm not calling them a Super Bowl ready team. I'm not doing that. I will not do that. But they're building very, very strong, very, very solidified, and very well with their wide receiver core coming in from last year, with the rookies coming in that they drafted this year, which I think their draft was just okay, but I think their first 2 picks were very good. They have second-year players that are coming in that are very, very good, guys. 2 of which I mentioned with Parcell and Guerrero. Dominic Puni's coming back, and he's a great offensive line. Great addition. Let's build off that. If you're a Niner fan, you want to see that offensive line just solidify. We need another guy. We need another guy on that offensive line to go with Dominic Puni. So, they're in a good spot, guys. The Niners are in a really, really good spot. Their schedule is very, very soft compared to most other NFL teams. I think they have one of the easiest schedules in the league right now. So, they've got an opportunity to make playoffs next year. They absolutely do. And what they do after that, we'll see. I have all the faith in the world in Brock Purdy. He is a hard worker. He doesn't stand in the pocket and get scared. He doesn't hear footsteps. He throws strong. He throws accurately. He doesn't have the strongest arm downfield if you're trying to get him to throw a 40, 50-yard pass. But neither was Joe Montana, guys. Neither was Joe Montana. But he would move that ball. Hey, 5, 10-yard passes. Let the yak yards add up. I don't care. Let the yak yards add up. Give it to Kittle and let him run an extra 10 yards with 3 guys hanging on him. That's fine. That's fine because I'm okay with a quarterback who makes good decisions. He doesn't throw the ball away unless he has to. He doesn't throw interceptions very often. He's confident. He stays in the pocket. He's somewhat mobile. He can run. Not as fast as some of the fastest quarterbacks in the league, but he's mobile. He can move out of the pocket. And I would suggest you might see more of that this year. You might. So, guys, 2 positions we talked about today that are imperative for the 49ers to become a better team than last year. Well, we should talk about the 3rd thing. No injuries. I have a serious question mark when it comes to the Niners conditioning staff. I mean, they are hurt all the time. So, caveat, guys don't get hurt, okay? Number 1, guys don't get hurt. Number 2, let's go through training camp. I hope to have Damon Bruce back on the show, and we can talk a little bit about that during Niner training camp. That's going to be fun because I think we're looking at a team that's going to surprise some players, some teams, some fans. I think they're going to be better than you expect. Maybe not Super Bowl ready, but they're definitely getting ahead of a rebuild in a very, very good way. They're keeping some of the veterans that they need to lead the team, and they're building young. It's a really, really good strategy. I like it. It seemed to be working last year before the season started and everybody got hurt. But, hey, this is a new season, and I feel a lot better about it. Christian McCaffrey's coming back, and don't doubt Christian McCaffrey. He's going to come back and be strong, guys. I mean, if teams sleep on him because they think of his injury as something that's going to nag or linger, I don't believe that's the case. I don't believe that's the case for a second. So I'm excited, guys. Football's almost here. And when I say almost, we're still about a month away from camp starting, I believe. And I'm getting super excited about it. It's going to be fun to watch. So keep watching the channel. Sideline Bay Area Sports, guys. Keep watching. I love what I do. I'm going to keep doing this for you. We're going to have Willard on the show on Wednesday. I am super pumped. I love talking Warrior basketball. Even when the season's over, there's so much to like unpack and talk about and to try to understand, like, where are they going next year? I feel like I have a good idea of where they're going. Maybe we'll talk a little Giannis. I don't know. That's a far, I'm going to tell you that's a stretch, but if that ever happened, wow. We'll bring that up though. So anyway, Willard from 95.7 The Game will be here. Guys, don't forget to miss that episode on Wednesday. I will upload it. If you miss it on Wednesday, you can just go to my podcast and watch it whenever you want. But Wednesday, 11 o'clock a.m., it will be uploaded here. Anyway, thank you guys for all your support. Keep watching. We went over offensive line. We went over wide receiver. Next Monday, I'm going to start talking corners because I believe that's a huge weak point for the 49ers. Even if their offense stays strong, which I truly believe it will, if you give up too many points, you still can't win that game. And I think teams are going to start looking at the long ball. The other question is are teams going to start running on the Niners? Because last year they did a little bit. I really thought they were going to run on the Niners more because the Niners line was leaking like a sieve and anybody could run on them all day. I mean, I still don't know why people just didn't run completely. I mean, they didn't even have to pass the ball. They could just run it. And there was no stopping it. I think the Niners really need to address that this year. Do I think that they will address that? Well, we got our defensive coordinator back, guys. So I think that issue will be addressed, and I think a lot of defensive issues will be addressed, right? Now we got our defensive coordinator back. Super excited about that. So anyway, guys, thank you again. Remember, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We'll definitely see you in the next one, which will be on Wednesday. We're going to start changing the show regularity, unfortunately, for my schedule. So it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So schedule, I'm hoping, is going to be permanent. I'm trying to lock down a permanent schedule, guys. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. You can see me here. It's going to be Niners. It's going to be Warriors. And then Friday is going to be baseball, talking A's and Giants. Do I think the A's and the Giants can sustain where they're going right now? Not really. Not this year. I don't think they're for real. I think the Giants are in good build mode. I think the A's are going to be lost in baseball purgatory for quite some time. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But anyway, we'll get to all that, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank God we got the Brock Purdy deal done and over with. We can move on. It's not a distraction anymore. What's going on with Brandon Aiyuk? Is he going to be ready by the beginning of the season? Probably not. It's a year-long injury, and even when he's back, is he going to give you 110% effort? That diva attitude that came last year was out of nowhere. I used to love Brandon Aiyuk and the way he played. He was just a guy that came to work and played, and he turned into a diva in about 5 minutes. I don't know what to expect from this guy. I really don't. I hope he comes back and he's strong and he's good and he gets back to work. If he doesn't, just trade. I would look for a trade if it's even possible at this point. But he won't be back until like Christmas, guys. That's what they're saying. So we'll see. But Brandon Aiyuk, I don't know what the hell happened. I kind of wanted them to pay him and get it done because I was so happy with the way he played. I thought he was such a great, hardworking player who runs his routes perfectly. He's a good ball catcher. He never really fumbles. And then he just kind of like stopped caring. It's like hey, would you look at that? Players who get paid who stop giving a shit about playing. When does that ever happen? Yeah, like 60-70% of the time. These guys come out there, they get their $100 million contract, and they say, I guess I'm good for life. I'm done. I'm not going to put out the effort anymore. I hope he's not that guy. But he could be. Lots of players are like that, guys. Lots of players are like that. We'll find out. But anyway, until the next one, guys, hard work beats talent when talent don't work. I'm going to keep working for you. You keep watching, and I'll see you in the next one.